Hello there and welcome back to Broken Sword. Now last time we were in Syria on the trail of Klausner, who was after the Lens of Baphomet. So we managed to track him down into a cave in the mountains called I think the Bull's Cave or the Bull's Head something. Tracked him down anyway. We entered the secret cave that had a door and everything. Found Klausner inside. Deleted, perished, because he got trapped inside the cave after he got the lens. And then when we picked up the lens, obviously we got trapped as well, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll have the lens though. Got what we came for. Thankfully, Assassin turned up, accidentally let us out, managed to get away from him by being honourable men and just generally being honourable. Got him with the zapper, which was completely dishonourable. Managed to escape straight back to Paris, which then led us back to Montfaucon on the trail of the ancestor of the lady in Spain from the previous episode. Managed to track him down, which in turn led us back to, which has led us back to Spain, which is where we are going to be picking up this time. This Spanish Knight seems to be important. I don't quite know why yet. I can't remember why yet, but I'm interested to find out. So we are going to be jumping straight back in. So grab your favourite drinks and snacks, cut up somewhere comfortable. Come hang out with me as we jump straight into Broken Sword. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. So yes, we are back in Spain with the chalice in tow. And
it was the key to the excavation.
Well, I don't know why I picked up the key. Well, I've kept the key to the excavation. But apparently we kept it. You're my guy. Straight through the hose again. Very well done, George.
Hi there, Lopez.
Hi.
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you.
That's a completely different...
Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
Completely different reception to last time.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
Oh, really?
I was impolite on our first meeting.
I mean, you kind of were, but it was understandable.
I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Bloody hell. Alright.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
I probably would, knowing that your family weren't abandoned.
Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Adios. Right, let's go see the Countess. Upstairs. Hello, my lady. We still need the chess piece from
what a pleasure.
The king chess piece.
Sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
It's a little bit brighter than it used to be.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Completely destroying its value. However, it has sentimental value. I don't think she would ever sell it.
Priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
A little bit.
No, not yet.
Well, not fully, but a little bit.
I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
To be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
I mean, it's very weird. Like, are we getting this for the right reasons?
I discovered something amazing with that chalice.
Oh, I forgot to mention this as well, yeah.
Church. where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
Found the tomb, yeah. But we also used the chalice in under an excavation dig thing in a nearby area, which we broke into, and that led us to, or pointed us to a church with a square tower, which I don't think we've done anything, well, haven't done anything with that yet.
There's something else that I discovered, carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7.
Thank the Lord he'd remembered that, because I couldn't remember them.
Scholar to know the Bible, chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Very true, actually. We should have dinged that one. Right.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
I know where there's a Bible. There is a Bible in the tower over here. I don't think the church with the square tower is here, although that's a square tower there. Well, it's not a church.
Mausoleum, summer house. Easy mistake to make.
Yeah, we'll go in there. So yeah, there's a Bible verse in here. Or the Bible in here.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
I remember doing something with this.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
I thought that was a... not a snuffer.
What? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
Alright.
George Stobart, grave robber. No, I don't think so.
Are we going back, because it's Spanish, are we going back to the Countess? It kind of makes sense to go back to the Countess, because she can translate the verses. Let's go see her and see what happens. I think this is the right course of action. Hello. Can I use... Let's talk.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well.
It's a lot smaller in her hands than it was on the pedestal.
7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance.
Okay.
My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay.
She kind of went a little bit Russian there. She sounded a little bit Russian there. I'm not going to sing up.
Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
I'll say I don't know that one.
Points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well.
Is there a well in there?
Is there mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart?
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Are we going to the well? Well. We found a well. So stupid. Right, let's go see
if that's okay.
Let's go see Lopez.
Home is your home. I shall remain here.
You're my boy Lopez. I completely forgot about the well. Did I get it? I think I might have got it. I don't know whether I misclicked and just walk in, and I think I clicked these conversation. Yes.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know anything about a
You must
well?
know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Di Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Exactly.
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
Dangerous.
You have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Are we water divining?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
I'm just going to hound him.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Okay. So, do we just have to go away
Hi,
and come
Lopez.
back?
Got a minute?
Certainly, Senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Okay.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Alright, so we're going back to Lady. Oh, sorry, the lady, the Countess. To use a bit of respect. Just walk into the wall, thank you. Right. Hello.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
He's very polite every time he walks in here. Oh, okay, so we don't have...
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
Can't talk to her about it.
Home is your home. I shall remain here.
It was a small mirror hanging over the sink.
Why did we take
It
the
was
mirror?
just a little utility room with no exit. Unless you counted the window. And I didn't.
I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that, guy. That turned into a sneezing fit. Hay fever ain't no joke this time of year. Really isn't. So, back to business. After that brief interlude. So we need to find the well. And I don't know where it is. Are we literally just... Can we literally just talk to him until he finds an idea? Or do we need to do something to trigger
Got
it?
a minute?
Certainly, Senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Any ideas yet?
This is where kid in the car moment.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. It's probably going to be stupid like I have to do it 6
Catch
times.
you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Oh, I'm getting the feeling
Senor
we need to do something to trigger the conversation, to trigger the idea. So we've checked out the house. There's nothing else in the house. Just this in here. And I can't remember what was said about there was 3 clues, wasn't there? There was one about light.
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
I mean, it looks like it'd been lit because you've got a little bit of wax melted. I don't know. Should we light the candle? Can we light the candle?
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
Right. So what have we got that we haven't used yet? I haven't used the mirror. We've used that. Obviously used that. Used that, which I don't think is going to help us out here. The only thing we haven't used is that. Can we... I remember lighting this candle. Are we going to use that on there? Light the candle with it? Yes. No. Okay, so we need to close the window. This is only a half-remembered puzzle. Okay, you didn't do that before.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down.
Okay, put it down again. I forgot to put the thing on. Oh, our rag's now orange. Also, I'm wondering how long this candle takes. Although that might be the key. It'll pass time waiting for this thing to go down. I really hope it's not a priceless candle. Time is passing. And a key. Statue. Chess piece. That's probably going to be hot.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone.
Is that the king piece?
Some kind of key.
Key for that? No? Right. Let's go tell... Oh, hold on. Is it in the notes? Right, can we go back? No, we can't. I don't know why we're suddenly... It just starts on the first one and it jumps to the thingy one. Right, so this is probably where we picked it up. I completely forgot the we had. Well, I couldn't remember the other clues. A hiding place. The well is deep, so we're looking for the well. Hiding place for something. We'll bring light into hidden things. That's got to be. That's got to have led us cryptically led us to this puzzle right here. Okay. I should recheck my notes a bit more, shouldn't I? Right, so let's go see. Are we seeing Lopez first? I mean, we're going to be walking past Lopez first. We may as well. Hello.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
I found that.
Senor, is it some kind of key?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Yeah, but I found the key.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
You're not talking about
Water dowsing, yes.
dowsing, are you?
Yes, I think he is.
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It
must be a special stick.
A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is Hazel.
Okay, thank you. You showed me absolutely nothing. So we need to find a hazel tree. Let's go in there. We may as well go in and speak to her first. Hopefully she's not going to be too mad. Hi. I'm really sorry I burnt your candle.
Again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
So,
What do you make?
I may or may not
Like
have
some sort of key.
burnt your candle in the mausoleum that's centuries
the great
old.
candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
A sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery.
Alright, so we'll talk to her into being okay with, you know, destroying a priceless artifact. A priceless candle, a replaceable candle. Right. So
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home.
I'm surprised she hasn't kicked me out yet. We're just running around the estate causing havoc. Right, so that's that sorted. We have a key. I don't know what the key goes to. That's new. That has to be Hazel. That's got to be Hazel. It's literally the only bush that I can interact with.
A suitable stick. Aha!
All right. I don't even know why. Yeah, that wasn't there before. We couldn't interact with it before. Is that the? I don't know why I clicked on that tree. Is that the view or is that the tree?
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
I mean,
it was a thin, supple twig of hazel.
Well, I looked out there. I thought that was the view. My guy, hi.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my...
I have the divining rod.
Electricity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Wait, okay, thankfully he's actually doing it for us. I was worried he was going to have to walk around this entire estate looking for the well. Thankfully for cutscenes. So yeah, I didn't remember doing this. I remember lighting the candle, but I can't remember why I lit the candle. I'm really glad this is just a cutscene. Well, cutscene, like a scripted moment.
You've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
Just a well.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think that...
Yeah, they definitely didn't leave that one.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again.
Off the cliff?
Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
You found the well.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
You could
I
have,
could have fallen
I see, you
down
could have fallen down that at any moment going through the bushes. Right, so I guess we're going in the well. Well. I remember this.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
A giant lion statue?
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat.
Ah, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Also, that rope is like perfectly timed, like perfectly like length.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece.
Are we just gonna rip on it?
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Whoop. Is this the line?
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Signor Stover! Signor Stover! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez.
That delivery, though.
Che tutto mi has dada! You gave me a scare!
I remember that
Nice
from the
try,
first time I played it, and it's a running thing with me and my sister. Like, ha ha, very funny, you psychos. It was a different, funny enough, it was a different read to what I remember it being. I thought it was a bit later. I didn't think it was.
that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Oh wait, mirror. Mirror on the light. Okay, we can shed some light on this. I mean, I don't know why you just don't ask.
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above.
I don't know why you couldn't just ask Lopez, do you have a torch?
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Okay, so we're just using the key on the door. I mean, it mentions a socket.
I slid the stone key into the lock. There were buttons that turned the dials.
Oh, good lord. I don't know what I'm doing. There was some numbers though, wasn't there? Hold on. Hold the phone. Notepad time. I remember seeing these things. It's these ones right here. So are we doing... Find a clean page. I'm actually running out of space in this notepad. I don't know why they would expect you to remember this, although the notepad is a thing. Right, so top. And it was 10, 14. 14 and 27. So X, I don't know why I'm translating them. So we have two things. So if we go 14. None of them match up exactly, so are we making this one X IV? So that one, so if we turn this one correct. So that's the top. So left. So these don't match up. So these are the L's and the X's. Double X7. I don't know if I'm matching these up.
I must have made a mistake. The lock spun back to neutral and nearly took my fingers off. I was going to have to start from scratch again.
Okay, do I have to do the correct numbers and then hit the enter, or do I actually do I have to push that button to enter the code? Or does that just reset the whole puzzle?
I heard the sounds of the lock move.
Okay.
Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
Wouldn't be the first time. Right. So that's what it is. I've got to do top left, right, bottom, possibly. So let's do 6 and then L triple X. L triple X I. XX7. All right, so we're making progress. So next is, that's the top one done. And hopefully, I've input all of these up the top here. I've input all of these in order, some top, then left, then right, then obviously 2 at the bottom. So the last one is double XV. Hopefully we've got these in the right order and we don't have to sort them out. Because after all this time, it took me a while to put these in. Double X 5. So this bottom one needs to go left. Moment of truth.
Oh, yes! Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old
really hope.
finger work wouldn't let me down.
So we've unlocked the door. I was really hoping that we didn't have to order these into numerical order. So like 1, 3, like going from lowest to highest. Because that would have taken a while. Oh, hello, chessboard.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
Alright, that was very weird. Didn't even mention it.
You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
What happened to that? What happened to that cutscene? I didn't click anything. Did that just cut off? Apparently found the children.
George, welcome back.
Come in, Josh.
Make yourself at home.
See you again.
Is it?
Also, I found that a little bit weird. Like, none of them were working. So she's just sitting on the chair in front of the phone.
What did you find in Spain?
And he's just
Without Andre,
looks sitting behind it like it's weird.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No.
Did they actually cut that cutscene? Because I didn't click anything, I just kind of went a bit weird.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
Georges found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image
I mean, you're
of
messing
a
with
church
dangerous
that
people.
Georges found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, Georges.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
With very good reflexes.
Reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Is it? That's a little bit harsh, to be fair. As much as I don't like,
Started it.
Well,
as much as I don't like
are
Lobano.
the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe.
Fair
Britain
point.
was a
Probably still do.
friendly place, inhabited by
For any reason, that was a joke.
savages.
I'm not shitting on the Italians.
Much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently?
See, defined fairly recently.
I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And
Are we going to Scotland? I don't remember going to Scotland.
that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Templars?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
Shouldn't be able to get about not
We
being able to
understand
come.
you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
we'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
I kind of went a bit weird there. Like, that whole thing with Lobano. I haven't really spoken to him that much.
Where are you going, George?
I mean, I was going to go
Do
straight
I
out the
need to
window.
spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak.
Hello.
L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior
Nice to see
rail,
hear a
huh?
good British voice.
Rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey.
I can't recognise that face.
Bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
That Merlin?
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still,
More than likely.
plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
Well, we're heading to the castle.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. but I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
We're talking about the guy? I think
Pardon
you're...
me?
I think that might be the assassin, you know.
Yes,
Or she's just ignoring you.
What time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine shook my hand with one just the other day.
This is the assassin.
Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were good.
I'm sorry that you've been zapped by one of these things.
You shouldn't be.
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, it...
You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Yep.
That's
a
got to be the
no-biggie,
assassin.
all right.
So you said.
That's got to be.
Do you know Stirling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah, we...
Yes.
It's one of the places
Also,
we thought we'd stay on
I don't know why the
holiday.
sudden
Be sure
black
to
screen out the
visit
outside of the window.
castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
no.
Not quite.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of
Yes.
course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that.
Yeah, I don't know
kind of
why.
thing.
I
It's
think
been
there may
out of
supposed to be
print
like
for years.
scenery going behind this window here, but it's just not loaded in for some reason.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman,
Pegram?
but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
Yes.
No, I never met him.
We never actually got a chance to meet.
Though.
Okay.
Can't
We're
you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
rude.
Okay.
That's a little bit rude. English food is not that bad. There are some cursed things. Don't get us wrong. There are some cursed things, but some of them are really great. She's having a good old twitch on.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him. Hi, having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the
Geordie.
outlet from a chemical.
Oh my god, those are Geordies.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
Yeah, of course.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Lager.
I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs too, by the looks of you. See you later.
Proper Newcastle Geordies.
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that wasn't a door. Let's check out this train. This is a manky cart. I don't know who's been partying in here.
Oh, no.
Hello, Guido.
Gangster creep from the hotel. Guido.
What are you doing here?
He didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer.
Can we go in here?
The door was locked.
So yeah, I definitely think it's either nighttime or there's something wrong with the...
I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Okay, so I can't go that way. It's the... Hold on.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone.
They've disappeared.
Suddenly, the Sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Are we talking to him? Should we ask him about...
Hey, buddy.
Did you see anyone?
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, Paul, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
Yes.
She disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man, an old lady, too?
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like?
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know?
No,
It's
she's
quite true, actually.
I'm sure.
In
I've got
social
to
situations.
look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Can you deal with...
I need your help.
Can we deal with him?
No matter.
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like. Slow action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved.
No,
in
they're not talking about... They're not talking about that.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
See you later.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Kidding,
that,
aren't ya?
Just watch me.
that was just me misclicking. Alright.
Hold on now, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
You're a little bit drunk. Please don't tip me out the train. He's proper drunk. Alright, so are we going... you may want to like lie down. Are we going this way? Are we going this way or that? Apparently we're going this way. I don't know why. I thought we were going to be sneaking past Guido. But never mind, we're going this way instead. That's the only way we can go. Old lady. See, it's not the... It's an assassin. It's the assassin. There he is. Hi,
I'd always wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance.
Cuts it. Alright, that was complete on my hands.
You saved our lives, but why?
Maybe take the guns.
Always on the same side. Stobart.
I mean, we were technically, because we're both after...
Enemy.
The
We're
Knights
both after
Templar.
getting the
Don't.
thing out of the Templars' hands.
The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right.
That went really weird there. Sorry, that just the game went really weird and it took everything out of my
What
hands.
are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
An apple of Eden?
You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
It was very convincing, like the voice was very convincing of there being a Scottish lady.
Sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which
Okay.
are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great.
Or we're going
a power
supernatural.
which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Alright.
How did you escape from the bull's head?
Yeah, how did it get out?
Walk from the cliff of the bull to the village. Stop.
Although he wasn't trapped, he was just on the cliff face.
I know the ways of the wilderness.
That is not a good idea.
Why not? Shows that one again. Alright.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Last.
What's that?
What?
Do tell.
What is it? He's dead.
The secret lies with Martha. Actually, yeah, we should probably just, instead of going looking around, we should
I
probably...
hadn't forgotten about you.
And tell me this instant, George Stobart.
I will. When I'm ready.
I mean, probably should have done that first.
George,
No.
you took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do. And kissing you was at the top of my list.
A little bit smooth. Taking advantage though.
To get off the train.
Knocks off some points.
Recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Take his gun.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Alright, so I guess we're going that way. I mean, it's all pitch black out there, so, you know. I don't know why. So we are here at the end.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
If we run into any killers, we can give him a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic,
The
George.
plastic
We're going to
explosive.
shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
way.
That's why it's
It takes
plastic
a small
explosive.
explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George.
I think they
You
may
work it out.
it may have
Stray
exploded.
spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you?
Yeah, I
I
was gonna.
hope
It would be
it did.
better if it did destroy it, because then no one can have it. Are we going inside? I should have probably saved it. Well, we have a door.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move.
Right, so we've got... Check this out first.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Nice. I don't know what are we shoving it in the mouth? No?
The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
Smoothly done. Smoothly done, George.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Okay, so we're picking up a whole load of stuff here.
No. Maybe not.
I'm supposed to be using
no.
something here.
The cog wouldn't fit that hole.
But it does fit a hole.
It wasn't the right hole for that cog.
Well, that just leaves
The cog
that.
slipped neatly into the eye socket.
Okay, so what exactly are we doing?
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. I was sure the clay pipe wasn't meant to fit in there.
Oh, I think we may be missing something.
It was no good. The demon wasn't inhaling.
Okay, we're missing something. Oh, we're big. The big one?
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Alright, we're just having a look. Do we pick it up?
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
That's so random. Like, for real, like... Anything else? We're just going to keep going.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here.
A credit card?
It was a plastic pen top.
Anything else?
I didn't find anything.
Okay. We've exhausted the treasure pile. Can we ask...
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
Okay. I don't think we can do that yet. So, with this new stuff... I mean, that has to go in there.
On stone, I eased the second eye into place. The cogs all meshed. It began to turn.
Oh, nice. So all the other stuff we don't need. Or, no, don't need yet. Alright. Thank you, Nico, for that.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
A little too quiet. Let's just go walking straight down and towards them. That's just a great idea. I think this is the end of the game.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So,
why'd I have to bring sex into it?
For?
What are we waiting for?
Look at that. Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth.
The broken sword.
Templars never worshipped this graven image. No more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing trick?
Rosso?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of
We've
obedience.
been spotted.
An important quality in a true Templar.
Also, where did you come?
Now
Oh,
be
I
quiet
can't.
and watch if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters,
All right.
we are gathered here.
We're going hands off for this.
The reforging
Think.
of the sword.
I'm ready to click on something though.
Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet. We
I never expected Rosso to be part of this.
pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us.
That was that position there, like constantly bound pit. That must be like murder on your back.
New enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
I kind of think that's a bad thing. Oh, Zappy Zap. I think he may be. I think he may be a little bit dead. Or maybe not. I was
George,
expecting...
We have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies.
I don't know who's speaking right. Is the guy in blue speaking now?
Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait.
Yeah,
Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures.
Yeah,
Three
you're
men
just
dead,
going to, like,
and you don't give a
throw them
damn.
under the bus?
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
Oh, George, I had great
Where's Rosso going?
hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund. Kill him.
What are you doing with the girl? Hey! Rude. Also rude. Rosso. Were you undercover? Were you undercover this whole time?
Well, I just wanted things to be right.
What the hell's going on right now? People killing people. I'm being attacked. Nico got lamped. I got lamped. Rosso saved us but then got shot.
Well, well.
Hello,
If it isn't
Guido.
the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
I don't actually know. Oh wait, I do know. Gunpowder?
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape.
That's a whole load of gunpowder.
Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War.
Can I have the bag?
You
Can I have the bag, please?
fool.
Nico?
It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up
Yeah,
her
give me the bag.
Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe
All it takes is a little
but
explosion.
This stuff is brand new.
Yeet. Yeah, goodbye. To be fair, I wouldn't try and blow it out. I'll probably try just to grab the... I wonder if they're all still in there. There we go. Lovely little kiss at the end. We're almost certain death. I do wonder if all the Templars are still in there, or if there was another way out, because the door was shut.
We didn't stay long in Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month.
Sounds good.
George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favourite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds
There's a
so
proper
many
little
memories for me
relationship now.
The cafes, the music.
The sewers.
Tell me about it. The clowns.
The jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Oh, yes, dear Andre.
When we first met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with. On my own. So, I dealt with it, and now it's over.
So there's only a couple of extra bits with
did
her.
I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
And that's legit how it ends. Alright. That's new. Is that new? Or director's message. Alright. That was not... Was that always there? Thank you for playing Broken Sword Shadow of Templars, the director's cut. 2010 marks Revolution's 20th anniversary. Back in 1990, the Berlin Wall had just fallen. Sierra, creator of the King's Quest series, amongst many other adventure titles, ruled supreme in the adventure market. And LucasArts was emerging with a new breed of witty, quirky adventure games. Monkey Island was just around the corner. I was development director at the publisher Activision, and was keen to set up a development company to challenge the American behemoths. Tony Warner, a design programmer with whom I had worked a few years earlier, was bored writing aeronautical software. Not bad. So was his colleague David Sykes, and Noirine Comedy, who was general manager of Activision UK, wanted to move from publishing to development. More pages. This is the Revolution team when we first started in 1990. Sean Brennan, then head of publisher of Mirrorsoft, invited me out to lunch one day and told me that if I wanted to set up a studio, then he would fund and publish our games. Everything was fitting into place, all we needed was a game concept to pitch. That game concept was later evolved into Allure of the Temptress, based on a system that we called Virtual Theatre. The adventure engine guided characters intelligently around the game world. We worked non-stop for weeks to write a prototype, then drove to Mirrorsoft's office in London. This is actually quite interesting. Bit of gaming history here. To make the presentation, but en route, after leaving the car unattended for a few minutes, a thief broke into it. The radio was stolen, and for some reason the thieves didn't take the PC on the back seat, which was not insured. Didn't take this PC. Alright. So the pitch went ahead. Mirrorsoft commissioned the game and Revolution was born. So they took the radio but not the PC. The Lure of the Templars team in the early 1990s. It's a bit of a blast from the past, seeing pictures like that. Broken Sword series was conceived, like so many of the best ideas, over an excellent dinner with plenty of wine. It was 1994 and I was dining with Noirine... I'm going to call it Noirine Comedy and Sean Brennan, who was now head of publishing at Virgin Interactive. We started talking about the mythology of the Templars, almost unheard of at that time, and what a rich historical background it would create for any entertainment product, particularly a game. And so, 10 years before the plethora of the Templar-themed entertainment products, Broken Sword was born. This is the first concept drawing of George. This is how Nico started life. Actually, not far off what the ended up as. We had very high ambitions for the game, but the competition was fierce. At Revolution, we had an excellent team and had written some very successful adventures. But to move to the next level, we needed to bring the very best people from other creative industries. I convinced a very talented layout artist, Egan Cahill, to join the project. He and his colleague, Neil Breen, who had both previously worked at the Don Bluth Studios in Dublin, drew all the backgrounds in pencil and we digitally coloured them in Photoshop. The bridge over the Seine, surprisingly similar to the Ouse Bridge in York. The main characters in the introduction sequence were created and drawn by a brilliant animator, Mike Burgess, who worked for Red Rover Animation Studio. Tragically, Mike, who was in his 20s, died a few months later. A few years earlier, I played for a cricket team with the composer Barrington Fellung. We'd since lost contact, but when I contacted him to suggest that he might like to write the music, he jumped at the chance. The dream team had come together. The development process was very exhilarating, but often fraught. On its release, Broken Sword was incredibly well received, both critically and commercially. Well, it actually is a very good game. The game was followed a year later by Broken Sword 2. After a gap of 5 years, we moved to a 3D presentation for Broken Sword 3, and then Broken Sword 4. While hugely controversial, the move to 3D was necessary to secure publisher support, although my provocative statement that point-and-click adventures are dead has often returned to haunt me. And they're not fully dead. There are some still new ones coming out all the time. The enigmatic Dwayne. Who is he really? Does his mysterious wife Pearl really know for sure? Chantel, the hapless waitress? For this director's cut, I've had the pleasure of working with comic book artist David Gibbons, who we had worked previously on Beneath the Steel Sky. I didn't realise these guys did Beneath the Steel Sky as well. That's a really good game. Dave has drawn the facial expressions in the new movies. An honourable mention goes to Tony Warner, who has been an integral part of Revolution since its inception, and Juice Pierce, with whom Tony has programmed his new version. And of course, commercial director Noeen Carmody, who has helped steer the company through both the good and the difficult times. I feel extraordinarily proud that 15 years after we conceived and started designing the first game, there is still such passion for the games, and privileged that so many fans have remained so loyal to the series. Thank you, Charles Cecile, director. That's very nice. The team had grown by 1996. This is Charles Cecile today with slightly less hair. Knowing, I suspected, I was worried that I was saying the name wrong because I didn't know whether it was a male or female. It sounded female. Noreen Carmody, one of the founders of Revolution. Charles and Dave working on Beneath the Steel Sky. And David Gibbons today. Tony Warner, co-founder and director's cut programmer. With Cats don't like me though, unfortunately. Juice Pierce, present day Revolution programmer. Photograph of Constantine's Broken Sword, erected outside York Minster a few years ago. Is that obviously where they got the name for the game from? And we're done. That was cool. That was a little bit of history lesson back there. I didn't actually know what I was getting into when I clicked that, because I'm sure that wasn't there before. Right? So guys, this has been Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. A true classic, in my opinion. It was shorter than I remember it being, but I think that's just because back then I didn't have... Sounds really strange. I didn't have the intelligence back then. Everything was a little bit more moon logic-y and a bit weird, and it took me a while to work everything out. However, now it seems quite natural and quite straightforward. The benefit of age. So we have, I think I've got the first 3 games. I've got Broken Sword 2 for sure, and I think I've got 3 in I think I bought the pack, and it's 1, 2 and 3. And I remember I have played 2, but I haven't played 3. I don't remember 3 at all. It mentioned 3D in that history thing. And I don't remember ever playing a 3D Broken Sword game. I might be entirely wrong. I might remember it when I get in there. So, I hope you have enjoyed this series. I have no idea what's coming next on Sundays. I don't know if we're taking a break from Broken Sword and then jumping back into it at a later date. I think we've got another Monkey Island to do. I might do Monkey Island. There's the thought. I might do Monkey Island. Or the last Monkey Island. And then maybe come back to Broken Sword 2. May do that. If you have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comment section. I'll be interested to know what your feelings are. Also, if you have any suggestions for games, especially point and click adventure games for Sundays, or like escape room games, or like just general puzzle games. I enjoy doing puzzle games on a Sunday. It's nice and relaxing. Genuinely quite relaxing. So yeah, this has been Broken Sword. I hope you have enjoyed this series. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out. Come check out some other stuff that we have going on the channel. We would love to have you here. If you are not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is always appreciated. I'll change it up there. That's probably going to throw me off entirely. It is always appreciated. Please remember, I do collect thumbs, so any you choose to give me will help me out to no end. I love you off the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, just see you on the flip side. Bye bye.